129 matches under Prabhakar. Was the bowler, Prabhakar on strike. Straight away a bit of movement for Chaminda Was. There again you saw the ball pitching on middle and leg.
Super shot there by Manjurika, hitting it on the half volley, hoiking it over the mid-wicket boundary for 6.
Well, he played a similar shot to the first ball Dharmasena bowled of the previous over, and here again he's picked it up beautifully. He's got the timing right, and it's gone into the crowd for 6 runs. Oh, that's beautifully bowled by Muralidharan. That beats everybody. Pitched outside the off stump. He got a little bit of turn, but missed the stumps. Beat the keeper as well. 4 byes.
That was a super delivery by Muralidharan. That time bowling his usual orthodox off-spin, pitching outside the off stump, making the batsman go for the drive and just going through the gate, narrowly missing leg stump. Fairly easy catch. Sri Lanka certainly must be relieved to see the back of Manjurika.
Manjurika falling against the run of play brings in the Indian captain. That's played beautifully, fine on the onside, and this might go all the way to the fence. Gurusingha giving chase and just unable to stop the ball. That was really beautifully played by Tendulkar, bringing up the 100 for India.
Muralidharan certainly not prepared to give Tendulkar a very flat delivery, and perfectly glanced by Tendulkar, just getting a little bit of bat.
Dharmasena to continue. That's nicely played and good running. He's comfortably home. Just a little open face shot there, nudging it just wide of the fieldsman, and he's calling again for verification of whether this was out or not. He's called for them. He's not taking any chances. Umpire Mitchley, that's for sure.
That's right, Tony, but I don't think he needed to call that for the third umpire at all, because the batsman was, Tendulkar was already home. He could see from naked eye. In any case, he wants to be sure, and he wanted to probably check it out whether the batsman had grounded the bat or not. Could be quite close. Could be close, I think.
This is unbelievable. In fact, I think he's got to be out. Let's have a look. He's short. The bail's off. That's gone. Well, I must apologise to umpire Mitchley. That is absolutely incredible. Well, I don't believe it. They've given him in. I do not believe it. The bail's off. Have they hit the wrong button? Or did he knock the bails off with his gloves? For me, all the way down. It's going to be 4. He's at 6. Just over the line. I reckon that's 6. Wide of the fieldsman. Dharmasena desperately trying to get there. Couldn't quite make it.
I think all through the 90s, the mid-90s, India suffered from this problem of being too dependent on Sachin Tendulkar, because as you saw Tendulkar rise in stature and grow from one level to the other, it seemed to almost shrink the rest of the team. The rest of the team members did not grow with him. They were almost in awe of him, and I think they looked up to him a lot, and they felt almost intimidated by his achievements. And it was only, I think, in the 2000s that Tendulkar got the kind of support that he deserved. And there was a time in the mid-90s where as soon as Tendulkar would lose his wicket, the rest of them would just fold up. It was, I think it was just a mental thing.
Way down the leg side. 4. He got some bat on that one. 4 runs. A rank full toss, a little edge. 4 wides. Outside off stump, it's in the air. Dharmasena's underneath it. It's going to go for 6. It's over. Dharmasena hovering under another big one. It just kept going and going and going. Whipped that one away. Another 4. A magnificent shot. Well, that is great batting. 6, 2, 4. 6-4.
Well, who said cricket was all about brute force?
Down the leg side, he's hit that one, and that's going 1 bounce for 4. That's well played by Mohammad Azharuddin. He loves them on leg stump.
India finishing with an impressive 271 for 3. Sachin Tendulkar continuing the good form from the last match in Mumbai, scoring 137 in even time with 8 fours and 5 sixes. Mohammad Azharuddin getting 72 and Sanjay Manjrekar 32. India felt they could have got a few more runs at the end, but it looked like 271 would be enough. The Sri Lankan bowling, not much to write home about, just a 1 wicket each to Pushpa Kumara and Kumara Dharmasena.
Sachin, as usual, continued the great effort where he left in Bombay, and then continued the good work. He scored 137 odd, I think 130 and odd. Fantastic performance. Somewhere down the line, we thought that there was a drag in the innings, and although Azhar came and made it up in the end to put a good score of 270 and odd, but somewhere down the line we felt that we were short by at least 20 to 25 runs. Now, was that enough? Yes, at that point in time we thought that was a decent enough score.
Watchfully played. They'll be trying to get through their overs as quickly as they possibly can. Well, they've got the fine leg up. They've decided to have one square on the boundary, and that's very well played by Kalu with Orana. 1 ball, 1 4.
Well, that's short and it's on the leg stump, so it was inviting punishment.
That's another 4. That's gone down to the fence, so it hasn't taken him long. A couple of boundaries in 3 balls.
Well, it's again pitched on the leg stump, and the fielder is in the circle.
Oh, he's got that one over the infield. That'll be 4 as well. That was not really a bad delivery. It was just outside off stump, and he nonchalantly blasted it away over mid-wicket.
Srinath would have expected most batsmen to play it down towards the covers, because the ball was moving away, but Kalu with Orana has decided he's picked the spot. There is that vacant spot there, and he's just waited for it to come on and played it for a boundary.
This could be over in 15 overs.
Tony, you're being a little optimistic over there, but just when people were bound to think that Sanath Jayasuriya is all brawn, he showed that he has a cricketing brain too.
Jayasuriya went blazing. I think they had a proper plan against each and every bowler. They didn't allow me to settle down. I mean, although of the two, I think they were a little less harsh on me, but I think they really took on Manoj Prabhakar. They had a plan for Manoj Prabhakar, and they all of a sudden they just attacked left, right and centre, both Kalu with Orana. I mean, I still remember Jayasuriya, the first ball of the match, I think in the second over of Manoj Prabhakar, he almost went halfway down the track to hammer him over point for a 6. Now that's where the plan what they had fell in place. So that really took us on the back foot straight away.
I think Jayasuriya and Kalu with Orana was a very bold move. It was obviously you can't plan for these things. You just end up when you find that you have two cricketers like that, and you see that they have a certain talent. It takes a good captain and a coach to make it work and to make that kind of adjustment to your side. So I think Ranatanga showed a lot of foresight, because he knew that one-day cricket had to start evolving from the stage where the slog overs is where the runs came from, and I think the tide was turning a little bit, and I think Ranatunga saw that the hard ball and the field restrictions on the slow pitches of the subcontinent is the best time to get runs. It was a very bold move, and I think it was very thrilling for the spectators. Jayasuriya was obviously the more accomplished batsman, but little Kalu, I think, was a very fine player as well, and very good to watch, because I don't think I've seen somebody quite as small as him dominate bowlers as large as the bowlers he did dominate.
And that's 4-2, that's well played. That's an attempt at Yorker. It was a good delivery, managed to get it away for 4. Don't get depressed, Sonny. Sri Lanka 42 without loss. Whacked it away, that'll be 4 as well. Down to the fence she goes. This is unbelievable. This has got to be some sort of record. You still with us, Sonny?
Oh, absolutely. I'm enjoying this, because this is tremendous stuff.
It doesn't matter which side it's coming from. I think this is great stuff. This is tremendously enjoyable to watch as a spectator. And I'm just trying to put myself in Azharuddin's position. And frankly, I don't have an answer.
He is an entertaining package. And that's 4-2. He's got that away beautifully. That's magnificently played. That is a superb shot. Just a little bit short. Closed the face of the bat. Got it away fine for yet another 4.
And if that's the kind of maturity that Kaluwitharna is going to show, then the Indians sure are in trouble. Because we've seen earlier on that once he gets going, he just doesn't want to stop. But this is a very calculated and deliberately played shot.
You know that they needed that one. That was a blistering cover drive. Kumble close on the offside. A tall man stayed down, pulled off a gem.
But this is the danger man. They wanted him, and the Indians are going to try everything to try and get him. And they've just done that. Kaluwitharna after a blazing knock of 26 gone. Sri Lanka 53.
Sanga Gurusingha out there to replace Ramesh Kaluwitharna. 2 left-handers out there now. Oh, and that's gone for 4 as well. That's beautiful timing. He really has just caressed that one through the offside field.
Look at the back lift and look at the follow-through. There's no follow-through at all off the bat. He just used the natural in-swing that Srinath bowled.
Just a little flick of the wrists. It just kept going and going again, way over the top of the heads of the man down the boundary there. Another 6 to Sri Lanka, 71 for 1. Looking in the air, through the covers 4 runs. Good shot. 50 for Jayasuriya. Great innings.
What a fine knock by Jayasuriya. Superbly timed boundary. Getting behind it, taking the room right into the gap, bisecting the fielders.
Pulled away by Gurusingha. That's 4 runs. Or 6 in fact. Had enough carry on it. Beautiful timing. Close to the stumps, and he's blazed that one through the offside field. Go and fetch that. That really was a blistering drive on the up, and no one was going to stop that unless they wanted to break their fingers.
I don't think there has been any shot hit harder than this. Jayasuriya has given himself room and smashed it literally through the covers. That really went like a tracer bullet to the fence.
Oh, he's got it away, fine for 4, another 4. All he had to do was help it on its way. He didn't exactly hit it in the meat of the bat, but the fine leg's up, and anything in that direction is going to go for 4.
The moment Salil Ankola's arm goes up, he's moved inside his stumps there. He knows the fine leg is up and just helped the ball on the way to the fence. Clever cricket there by Jayasuriya.
Oh, he's got that away fine, and that'll probably run away to the fence as well. That is a little paddle shot, and then off the bottom edge for 4.
Well, clever cricket by Sri Lanka. Gurusingha using his head here. He's using the pace of the ball from Kumble, just paddling it behind square. 4 runs the moment it left the bat. Man at fine leg is up in the circle.
Oh, and that's 4 as well. That's a bad delivery from Kumble. There's no point in complaining about that one. He wanted the field a little bit finer, but that wasn't a very good delivery. Gave the batsman room, and he clipped it away for 4. 117 for 1.
Brilliant strategy by the Indians. Putting pressure on Aravinda De Silva with the slip and the short leg. De Silva going for the big one. A rash shot. And Mungia doing the rest.
141 for 4. That's short. He's got that one away. This may well bounce away for 4. Didn't quite middle it, but the outfield is very quick, as we've repeatedly said. Anything you can get into their gaps is likely to be 4.
What a finish this is going to be.
Oh, and that's been played away. And into the fence it goes. Just for a second, the way the fieldsman went down there, I thought he caught it.
Prabhakar, when he bowled his second spell of off spin, it was almost like, he was at that time, he was seen as the face of, he was seen as the face of sort of Indian aggro. Prabhakar was the guy who was Kapil Dev sort of sidekick, and he'd been sort of kicked around by the great man, and and so his coming through he was actually seen as the really tough, the aggressive player, or the who sort of gave it like he got it. And for him to do that in a match like this in Delhi, where he came from, it was pretty devastating for everyone who was watching that match. It just looked like they'd lost their resolve to make a fight of that particular game.
I have to say though, Prabhakar wasn't bowling particularly fast when he was coming off a longer run either. He was obviously a swing bowler. He used to, and at times when the going is good, he used to have this massive banana in swing. The conditions, I think he was just so battered by Jayasuriya in the early overs of that Kotla game that maybe, and Azhar told him, or maybe he himself decided that why not have a shorted spin, it can't possibly travel as much, and I think he found that it did. It didn't matter whether you bowled spin or fast. When you come up against Jayasuriya in that form, you're going to travel.
Legs are hoisted high out in that Sri Lankan area. A very good win.
It was quite difficult for us to kind of absorb this defeat. We were quite shattered. We were playing on the home soil, and we were expected to do well. We had a good run before getting into this tournament. We had a fantastic New Zealand series, then we had all kinds of good things happening for us. We had won a lot of test series back home, so I thought our preparation was pretty good. But I think somewhere down the line we could not really cope up to the onslaught of the Jayasuriyas, the Kalavitarnas, and of course Arvind De Silvas and these guys. So it took a bit of confidence from us, and we're quite jolted.
That was a great statement for a team to make at a World Cup, and I think it wasn't a flash in the pan, because I think more than the defeat against Australia, it's the way the Indian bowling was just ripped to shreds in the match that took place in Delhi immediately after that. That really shook people's confidence in how the tournament was going to go for the home team. Then it became a question of please let them make it through to the semi-final, rather than they're going to make it through to the semi-finals. Because that really shook the whole sort of foundation on which their confidence as a side rested, because the Sri Lankan batsmen made them look really ordinary.
Sri Lanka in reply capitalizing on a rollicking start from Sanath Jayasuriya and Romesh Kaluvitarana. Jayasuriya finishing with 79 of 76 deliveries. Ranatunga and Hashan Tilakratne finishing things off for Sri Lanka to win with an over and 2 deliveries to spare, 272 for 4. Anil Kumble bowled well for his 2 wickets and just the one for Venkatesh Prasad, but the early damage done to Manoj Prabhakar was something the Indians could never recover from. So India finishing 271 for 3, a top score of 137 to Sachin Tendulkar, wicket apiece to Pushpa Kumara and Kumara Dharmasena. Sri Lanka in reply thanks to Sanath Jayasuriya 79 and an unbeaten 70 from Hashan Tilakratne, finishing with 272 for 4. A win by 6 wickets and a possible place in the quarter-final in Faisalabad against England beckoned for Sri Lanka.